Hello everybody, Raven Knight here. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, Della, my parents' 5-month-old puppy. She might make noises here and there throughout the video, but here's hoping she remains a good girl through this, right? That's right. Well, welcome one and all to the reveal of Year 8 Season 3 Title Update 2, the big Halloween event we've all been waiting for, the Warhammer 40,000 crossover event. That's right, I was surprised too. Much like the new Space Marine 2 game, which I'm sure is the inspiration for all this, the Chaos God Tzeentch has sent his unholy servants to invade the world of Heathmore and plunge it into a realm of madness, chaos, and weird warp shenanigans. With the strength of the God Emperor, you must wage war against the champion of Tzeentch, calling himself the Scorn Baron, and send his foul soul back to the abyss. To do this, Wait, what's that, Della? Huh? It's not a Warhammer crossover. It's Destiny 2. What? Oh. Damn, okay guys, looks like I was wrong about that. This is not a Warhammer 40k crossover, but in fact a Destiny 2 crossover. But can you blame me for that mistake? I mean, just look at the Cathedral map for the limited time game mode. That is some serious chaos if I've ever seen it. Joking aside, guys, I was very honored to receive early access from Ubisoft to get a look at all the changes and updates coming to this title update, and I am here to share them all with you today. A big thank you to Ubisoft for giving me the early access, and also a huge thank you to ABreakNRun, Havok, and the legend himself, Faraam, for joining me to help provide this footage you're seeing. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Now, without further ado, let's get into the updates. First up, you may notice on the menu screen 2 badass looking warriors rotating around and looking menacing, as well as a real cool new soundtrack. Both of these are Destiny 2 references that... Okay, before we go any further, we can get time out, okay? Alright, I should confess now that I'm not familiar with the Destiny franchise. I know next to nothing about the lore, and I won't pretend to throughout this video. Honestly though, this is still really cool, so I'll try and see what I can do here, and I'll do some research later. But for now, let's talk about what we have. What you're seeing on screen are the 2 new hero skins. No, you did not mishear me. 2 new hero skins. One for Lawbringer and one for Centurion. For Centurion, we have Deathstroke. Oh, sorry, my bad, my mistake. I mean the Crucible Lord. Well, as long as he has something to do with that 1953 play, I'm fine. But boy, does he look awesome. I mean, this outfit just slaps with the intensity of 1,000 Romans. But even the Crucible Lord pales in comparison to the Lawbringer's new skin, the Violet King. Although the term Violet is negotiable, as the material can alter the armor's color for both hero skins rather beautifully, and the color patterns can easily change the garments. Both hero skins look absolutely outstanding, and I recommend both highly. Now, along with these great new skins, we have access to 2 new executions for a limited time. The Void Feather, which is literally just conjure bow spell from Skyrim, and the Solar Flare, which unfortunately is not a Dragon Ball Z technique. Solar Flare! God damn it! But instead is a flaming sword with range. But you know what? That's still pretty badass. Both executions are available for a limited time, so get them while you can. Along with the executions comes a limited time illustrious outfit, Power of the Baron, which gives you a really big Tzeentch cult helmet to wear on your head. Yes, I know it's not Tzeentch, but come on, you can't blame me for making the comparison here. Either way, I recommend this outfit on Medjai especially. Add the eagle headgear and slap this bad boy on, and you've got yourself a classic Tzeentchian champion. Fine, I'll do it then. But of course, these are all the cosmetic changes. We can't possibly ignore the new event game mode going on. Check out that limited time game mode in the far corner. Light of the Guardians. The Cathedral map has been invaded and corrupted by the warp, the void. Are we sure it's not the warp? The Scorn Baron and his minions have taken it over, and you must recapture the Cathedral and kill the Baron. The game mode works just like Dominion, but with a few twists. First of all, there is no minion lane, only zones A and C. Capture controlling one boosts your team by 4 points rather than 2. In the middle lane, surrounded by his quick-to-respawn minions, is the Scorn Baron, dressed like a Jormungandr, fighting like a Berserk, and wearing the Helm of Chaos. The Scorn Baron is a tough customer. Killing him grants 700 points to your team immediately, but not only this, doing damage to the Scorn Baron earns you personal points as well. The more damage you do to the Baron, the more your points will climb, so it's encouraged to engage him frequently and mercilessly. The first team to 3,000 points and breaks the other team wins. The map itself looks incredible, with such great Easter eggs dropping here and there. Havok, Faraam, Break, and I had a truly heartfelt time watching the ethereal sky as spaceships flew overhead. It was truly magical. Unfortunately, magic is heresy, so I was swiftly killed for my sins. The game mode is fun, and I do recommend trying it out for no other reason than to just see how much went into this map and the appearance. Overall, I can say with a surety that this was not what I expected from For Honor this year, but I'm certainly not complaining. This was a wild idea and one that I was honestly kind of happy with. Much like a good Halloween surprise, I didn't see it coming. It was cleverly handled, and the cosmetics and events are well worth it. But that's not all, right? We have more coming as well, specifically the patch updates coming. That's right, me and the boys were given the opportunity to try out the new updates coming to the characters, and guys, these are outstanding. I'll try to go over each one as best as I can. First of all, the global change. Throw victims are now fully invulnerable to a guard break for the duration of the throw. This means, I assume, that if you throw someone, you cannot be guard broken midway through. I'll be honest, I don't really know about this. I didn't even know it was a problem. We couldn't replicate the issue in our trials and testing, so we'll have to see what the devs meant by this. For Orochi's Storm Rush is no longer undodgeable when performed from the right or left stances, and can I just say thank you, our Lord and Savior JC. By God, we needed this to happen. As far as I'm concerned, Orochi's Storm Rush is already spammable, and lower tier competitive players have a hard enough time reacting to it, and they're always and here's the thing, I think what a lot of people will do now is they'll just hold up their guard to the top. But if they do that, the side attacks will still manage to land them, so they may try to dodge, which means the top attack could still be difficult. It'll still be a mind game, just not as oppressive as it was. For Varangian Guard, the chain link timing from opener light attack to a finisher light attack is now 300 milliseconds, which is more than it was, which was 200 milliseconds. And weapon trajectories have been adjusted to better match weapon visuals. Now, I think that this is fine, because we tried it out, me and ABreak actually tried this out, and I did notice that it was a little easier to block, but I still won't be satisfied until I figure out how to better light parry. I know it's a skill issue, but I'm still going to pout about it. Then we have Hitakiri and Kyoshin, who had very similar changes. Both of them had weapon trajectories that were adjusted to better match weapon visuals, and to respond to both of them, I'll say the same thing. I'm not sure that this is going to be enough to truly fix them in the eyes of the community, but, I mean, it's a start. I think the next step that you need to take is just hitting the Control and Alt button, and then that Delete button. Then I think we'll be good to go. Joking aside, yeah, we tried these characters out in a little brawl match between the four of us, and yeah, Hitakiri and Kyoshin still felt fine. And then Lawbringer and Conqueror, who I think really got the big change that they were needed. First of all, their side dodge shove has been changed. Not only does it have extra side movement following the direction of the dodge, but now it is invulnerable from 100 to 300 milliseconds during the attack. This is a very interesting change. Me and the rest of the group were a bit split on this one. Havok and Faraam weren't sure how to feel about it, Havok even saying he wasn't sure he liked it. ABreakNRun and I both agreed that it was definitely strange, but I for one kind of like it. It gives Lawbringer and Conqueror a better dodge capability and makes it easier to avoid being punished mid-dodge bash. I can't tell you how embarrassing it used to be playing Lawbringer when you know you dodge an attack, but because of the lack of distance in your dodge, you'll still eat it anyway. This move is going to feel weird for a bit, I will admit. It is a long dodge, and it feels weird as the bash comes out, but I think we'll get used to it. And the nice thing is, if you time it right, you can't be guard broken out of this move, and it's a great way to catch someone off guard. I definitely think that this is needed. Although I will confess, yeah, the characters are going to feel a little bit awkward for a little while though. But this way, Lawbringer and Conqueror can't be punished as easily. Next is Sohei. His Soul Tetsubo, which is his top light attack, feeds the correct amount of revenge now. I mean, is that it? Is that really all you're giving to Sohei? That's all he's getting? Look, I get you want to make sure everything is right with him and you don't want to rush any big changes with him, but yeah, this doesn't help Sohei, it just helps everyone fighting him because it's adjusting the revenge, but, I mean, okay, I guess it's a start, but he still needs help, guys. Come on, For Honor. Help Sohei. Then Ocelot. Oh, speaking of characters who need adjustment, his Skull Smash, which is his neutral bash, is no longer chainable on miss. This is a very necessary change. Now that Unga Bunga actually has to use more than 3 brain cells. And after trying him out, he definitely felt weaker, and I was pleased. It's actually pretty easy to dodge that bash if he doesn't cancel it, and if they dodge and he does not land that bash, he cannot follow up with anything else. He's stuck. And you know what? I think that was necessary. Next is Oromusha. His Ring the Bell attack can now be target swapped. Now this sounds like a buff on paper, but honestly it's kind of impractical. The problem here is range. Aramusha might be able to target swap his Ring the Bell, but if his opponent is out of range, it's not going to help. He has to be within a body's reach of his opponent to land the move, and if they're not that close, well, I mean, it's not going to land, and if they are that close, they're probably already attacking him. Faraam showed us clearly the problem with this change through our tests, and yeah, we thought it was okay, but just not quite what we were expecting. And finally, the last big change, Shaman. Wildcat's Rage, Predator's Hunger, and Predator's Mercy, all of her pounce attacks, are now performed from 100 milliseconds to 500 milliseconds during her front and back dodge, when it was 200 to 500 milliseconds. To explain what this means that Shaman can now guarantee a pounce off of a heavy parry. That is a crazy idea to me, but hey, you know what? It felt kind of neat. Like, I thought that it was a neat idea to say the least, so hey, I'm not complaining about it. I mean, I'll only complain about it when a shaman does it to me. And that is about it for this early access video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys are excited for what's coming. Again, I want to thank Ubisoft for giving me early access, and I want to thank Havok, ABreakNRun, and Faraam for playing with me. I had a great time with you guys, and though they might kill me for it, I can't just let this beautiful moment slip away where I won our little brawl session as Sohei. Yes, look and behold a Sohei standing over 2 dead Hitakiris and a Lawbringer. Though revealing this footage may mean my untimely death, I felt it was necessary to share it all the same. Sorry guys. Jokes aside, they were all great. I honestly died way more times than I killed them, so they proved they were the dominant For Honor content creators without a question. Anyway, the new updates look really unique and straightforward. I'll do a brief follow-up video later today with any extra information revealed in the Warrior's Den that I didn't cover here, but I think that about covers everything for today, folks. See you guys on the battlefield for the fate of Heathmore, and seriously, it's not a Warhammer crossover? I mean, yeah, I know it's Destiny, but isn't that itself Nietzsche's whole thing? Changer of fate, changer of destiny? Really? Really? It's not Warhammer? Okay. Alright. See you guys later.